Our time in England was coming to an end. Italy was calling us home and, well, to be honest, we were fed up with the rain and the mud. We were craving some sun. We spent the last couple of days with my brother in Dorset, walking along the cliff paths and catching up on life. But before we left England for good, we had one last thing planned. We are Nicki and Carlo, and our family live in Positano, Italy, nearly 500 steps from the road, but surrounded by fruit and olive trees and with a fabulous view. Our garden overlooks the sea and we grow our own food. We show you what life is really like on the Amalfi Coast. So please subscribe and welcome to the Positano Diaries. I'm currently hiding in the spare bedroom at my dad's house so that he can't hear me. So today is the day before his 90th birthday and we've organised a little party for him. He's going to hate me for it, but he's going to love it. And it's today. We thought it would be best to do it the day before his birthday so he doesn't suspect anything. So he's got no idea this is happening, and we've organised that one of his friends is taking him out for lunch, which he actually completely forgot about last night. He said, "What should we do tomorrow?" And I had to say, "Oh, why don't we go and hang on a minute, haven't you got an appointment with Carol?" And he was like, "Oh yes, I forgot about that. I would have gone out for a walk and not gone." Thank God. So he is going for lunch with Carol. Carol is going to take him to, there's a nearby golf course with a lovely little sort of pub restaurant, and we've rented a room there. So Carol's going to take him there, and there's going to be about 20 of us all waiting in one of the function rooms. So hopefully it's all going to go to plan. Still not quite sure what we're going to do with the dogs because they're not allowed in, and we need to get out the house and pretend we're pretending we're going for a country walk. So we've got a few fine little things to iron out, details of where we're going to leave the dogs and how we're going to hide our car in the car park because of the foreign number plates, but hopefully it should be a fun day. We've just arrived in the car park and we've hidden the car in the golfers car park, so hopefully he won't see it. And finally my brother and Craig have just arrived as well, so they've hidden in here as well behind a big white van. Now we have lots of balloons to go and blow up. We had to pretend we were going hiking, so I just had to take off my big jumper and my trainers and get changed in the car park. And yeah, now we're ready. Party outfit central, let's go. Okay.
Nice shoes.
What are we going to do with the dogs? So that's a bit of a giveaway, we might have to move that. My friend Rachel, who I met when I was 4 years old, because we went to the same elementary school together, has made this incredible cake, which is Dad's favourite as well, without her even knowing. He loves chocolate cake, so isn't this incredible? Now this is something we would
also have some form of a blow up.
Yes.
Are all the balloons going to go with the same stuff that go up the ceiling?
I think we're just going to all go up.
That's alright, don't have to touch them for everything.
Where's Rachel gone? Are you going to tie them?
Yeah. Can't let them go because I'm far away.
Carlo's outside with the dogs right now because they're not allowed in here, and as soon as Dad's here he's going to take the dogs back home and leave them there. All sorts of people are arriving. And obviously my aunt's here. I haven't seen my aunt for ages and she's 2 years older than my dad. A couple of old work colleagues are here as well, which is really good fun, and I just got to go and greet a few people. Poor Carlo, stuck outside somewhere. Is he walking around the lake? Oh, there he is, he's sitting there. So Dad's friend Steve is hiding at the front door. He's going to warn us. So are you going to hide with a newspaper?
I'm going to hide behind the newspaper. And it's a copy of The Sun, and The Sun is the paper that we did all the commercials in the 70s. So I'm going to do one of those and I'm standing out here waiting for him, and I'm going to do one of those and hold behind a copy of the Sun.
And you're going to warn us that he's coming?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Brilliant. Because he might be here any minute now. So I think if we're going to get everybody to sit down at tables with wherever you want, with whoever you want, but with your backs to the door. So that when he comes in, he doesn't immediately see people that he knows. And I just think it'll be less of a shock than everybody jumping out and going, surprise! Yeah, we don't want to give him a heart attack. So.
Come in, Harry. It's a bit on the chilly side. Oh, darling. Come on in.
Hello.
Come back, my darling. Come back.
Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, I don't know you. Who are you?
I know who it is. It's David. Harry. So good to see you.
We've been out there trying to spot you for the last 20 minutes.
Do I have all your names? Almighty. I saw your name on a show the other night.
Carlo's finally come inside. The dogs are in the car at the moment, and everybody's just making friends and chatting. And now I'm going to go and enjoy the party.
We saw more naked girls than you ever seen in your life.
Well, I got that bit and I didn't get the beginning bit.
From seeing so many of those naked women, have you?
No,
Yeah,
it's wonderful.
1,200 of them. All those years ago. Good job it's not now. I don't think I could count them.
Happy birthday, dear Harry. Happy birthday to you.
Good job, well done. That really is something, that cake.
May I have a chocolate?
You may.
You got it?
The next morning, we squeezed in the last of 3 dog training lessons for Indy. I found a lovely trainer called Christina at Dogtivity, based in Oxshott, Surrey. It was amazing how quickly Indy learnt to not pull on the lead, and we're also going to teach her a few other tricks.
That's also a little bit unfair.
Good girl. Okay, that's brilliant. You're a clever girl, aren't you?
Yeah.
We loaded up the car. It was packed to the rafters. Luckily, Sky had decided to fly back because if she'd wanted to come with us, I'm not sure where we would have put her. Go in, up. Good girl. Come on, Holly Paw. Beanie. Good girl.
Bye-bye. See you later.
I'll see you in 4 days. Give me a call when you're home, please, tonight. If you need help turning things on and making the house warm, just call, okay?
I'll let you know what I do when I'm good.
As we drove away from Dad's house after a month in England, I had mixed feelings. I was excited for the journey ahead and our future plans, but I was sad to leave Dad again, and I felt resentful towards Italy and a bit towards Carlo for taking me so far away from my family and familiar places. I missed a turning because we were bickering, and we sulked for a while in silence, but grudgingly made up once we arrived at the Eurotunnel. The Channel Tunnel takes just 25 minutes and passes under the sea between the UK and France. It's the easiest way to transport animals in and out of Britain with its archaic vaccination and rabies laws. You just drive your car onto the train, and the train goes through the tunnel under the sea, and 25 minutes later you're in France. Easy as that. We drove a different route back, crossing 7 countries in 3 days. England to France to Belgium, where we stopped overnight in a town that I'd always wanted to visit. Dinant, the home of Adolphe Sax, the inventor of the saxophone. A very pretty little town along the banks of the River Meuse, just 20 kilometres from the border of France. It was dark by the time we arrived, and we walked along the river and had ramen for dinner before a slow meander around town. The next day it was raining. We took a walk, but it was very wet and miserable, so we decided to carry on our journey south.
Non abbiamo visto molto di questo posto, vero?
È del 94. Tra 3 chilometri. Prendi l'uscita in 400.
We crossed into Luxembourg and Germany and back into France and then into Switzerland, our phones pinging to signal our entry into each country we passed through. We stopped at the Swiss border to buy a vignette. There are no tolls in Switzerland, but you need this sticker or tax disc, which costs about €45 to enter the country. We arrived in Lucerne as the sky darkened and the town lit up with the Festival of Lights. The streets were busy and the atmosphere was jolly. Churches and castles shimmered with rainbow colours. The restaurants were full, no entry without booking. We wandered around and eventually found a table and had the most expensive burger and ribs of our lives. The next morning, accompanied by constant rain, we packed up the car again and drove through the Alps. Driving back this route instead of driving through France, we saved money by avoiding the French toll roads and the fee that you pay crossing through Mont Blanc. But we paid the €45 for the Swiss vignette, which is obligatory in Switzerland. We passed through the Alps in the Gotthard Road Tunnel, which is currently the 5th longest tunnel in the world. It's 16.9 kilometres long and doesn't cost anything because you've paid for the Swiss vignette and it's all part of that. So we saved money there too. At midday, we crossed the border, finally back in Italy, and we pulled off for a walk at Lake Como. Miraculously, the rain held off, and we had a calm couple of hours strolling past the elegant villas and along the shoreline.
Aspetta. Lo mantengo io e poi premo. Va bene.
Here's an extract of a blog post I wrote recently on Patreon. It describes how I was feeling at this point and why I wasn't talking to camera in this video much. My mind was whirring with ideas and plans. I always feel like I have so much to do and remember, and I never really take any time off. Some might think that the last month had been a holiday for me, but I think that I was just spending time in my other home, and homes are not always relaxing. By this point in the journey, the stress of everything had caught up with me. General Christmas stress, the whole printed book debacle, organising the trip to Dorset, planning a surprise party, and then another long drive across Europe while trying to film it has all left me wanting to curl up in bed and sleep for weeks. But we still had one more stop before we arrived home. Luckily, it was a fun one.
Qui c'è già pasta, c'è già tutto, a voglia qui di pane. Guarda che ben di Dio, guarda che roba. Scherzi.
Tocco magico.
È lo chef.
Oh, how elegant!
Vai.
Sei vegano o vegetariano? Anche la fai? Ah, ok. Quindi
We stayed a couple of nights with Marie and Lorenzo from authentic Tuscany, just like we did last year. Marie and I have lots in common. We have lived and worked in the same area back in England, and at one point I was even a member at the gym where Marie was an instructor. We can chat for hours about all sorts of things, and Carlo doesn't get bored because he has Lorenzo to talk to, so it's perfect. Marie and Lorenzo are the owners of Casa Colomba, a stylish tower house that dates back to the 12th century in the heart of Vico Pisano, a medieval Tuscan town, off but close to the tourist trail. I'll leave the details of the apartment in the description box below the video if you're interested in staying there. Marie and Lorenzo organise many Italian experiences in the area too. After 2 nights of laughs, walks and good food, we said goodbye and set off for the last part of our journey. A 7-hour drive and we'd be home. Are we home? Are we home? Kitty, kitty, kitty. Yes, we came back. Hello, little one. Hello. You've been alone with not my cat and not my kitten and Luca in the garden. And we're home. We've actually been home for a couple of days. We've just gone out and done the shopping to fill up the fridge again because obviously it's been empty for a month. And yeah, we got back. I was exhausted. I slept for 12 hours the first night and then I had a big nap in the afternoon and I went to bed at 9 and I slept for another 12 hours. and I think I feel a bit better now. But yeah, we're back. We're going to settle back in again. Got lots of healthy vegetables and things to eat. Pasta, of course. And yeah, this video hasn't been the greatest because I was just so tired on that journey back. I hardly had the strength to lift the camera, and it rained the whole time, so it was really hard to make a good, fun video because it just rained and rained and rained, and it's still raining.
And it's hailing now.
And now it's hailing. It's actually hailing outside.
Perché è Olli che ha parlato?
So now all I can say is at least we got back just in time. We've literally just walked in with the bag, so we were very lucky we missed that because that looks painful. Anyhow, I'm going to start putting away some of this shopping. I've got mixed mushrooms and local cheeses and apples and kiwis and pears and bananas and garlics and all sorts of things in here. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week.